riders from the top 35, the following riders have not signed on. That's numbers 21, 22, 23, 29, 30.
Motocross, the roughest, toughest two-wheel sport in the world. The tracks, the bikes and the riders are tough. Racing up to 40 minutes over the roughest territory demands the ultimate in skill, machine preparation and physical fitness. Graham Noyce, Honda's 1979 World 500cc champion, is very fit. Every day he jogs several miles and keeps to a strict diet. That's what a world champion has to do. But any rider can improve his chances of winning by planning a simple training program. Try a countdown before you go to your next race meeting. Build up your exercises to a peak, get plenty of sleep the night before the race, and try to relax. The right mental attitude is vital, and if you've prepared your bike properly, you'll only have to worry about the riding when the day finally comes. As well as both mental and physical preparation, your bike must be well prepared too. Always check the chain, the tires, all nuts and bolts, the spokes, and make sure your engine's properly cleaned and maintained before each race. Graham's experience proves that good preparation really does work.
A Grand Prix mechanic does so much work to a bike, it's ridiculous really, but he has to do it to make sure it does finish. So I mean, you just haven't got to load up the bike and put it on the trailer and put some petrol in it. The bike is what makes you your hobby or makes you your living, so you've got to look after that machine because that is what it's all about. A good example of preparation was 1981. My Honda only broke down once out of 48 races, so I don't think you can moan at that for a machine or for my mechanic's preparation.
Before you even go out for practice, walk around the track and look for lines you can take and alternative lines if things go wrong. Take a look at the conditions and check for any hidden dangers. Once you're satisfied that you know the circuit, then it's time to think about the start.
In order to get a good start, I think that you should position yourself well on the line, get a good firm position, look to see if there's anything that makes the gate fall any quicker, any tricks in the gate, select the right gear, pull the clutch in about 3/4 way, turn the throttle on about 3/4 way, so you've got the revs completely on, and then drop the clutch slowly and accelerate slowly.
A fast start can win a race, and the man who's first into the bend won't have to worry about the high-speed traffic jam behind him. Practice makes perfect, and practicing your starts will really pay off. At the gate, be aware of what the other riders are doing, concentrate on the starting clock, get yourself comfortable, select the right gear for the conditions, then lean forward ready for the action, and make sure your throttle and clutch settings are just right. Get a friend or mechanic to help your starts by dropping the practice gate for you. The start of the race, and you're in the thick of it. This is where all that training and practice will pay off. You might find yourself a bit nearer the back than you expected, so here's some useful advice from Graham.
One of the best places to pass, obviously, is going into a corner, because if you've got a better line out of the corner, you can outbrake the person going into the corner, and then you can accelerate him coming out of the corner, which is one of the best places to pass. A lot of people can always make a good start, and that's all there'll be as a front runner, but it's a good man who can come from behind and win a race from the back.
Just coming up to the uphill bit now, mate. You've got it right a little bit earlier.
Look how Graham positions himself before a bend. His weight's over the front wheel. See how he accelerates out of it and how he uses the berms or ruts on the corners. The centrifugal force takes you round the corners in the quickest possible way. Jumps are spectacular, but how does Graham make the best use of them?
The style of jumping can take you from a good rider to a Grand Prix rider, because a lot of riders think that jumping is because it's to please the crowd, and the other riders take it as part of their racing and just do it to get on with the racing. When it's the last lap, you can start pleasing the crowd, but apart from that, I think a jump is just part of the track. You know, it's just like one great big sandy whoops that you've got to take with a lot of care and consideration. When you approach a jump, if it's a real rutty jump, you've got to be real careful, because you come up there, you've got your front wheel in one rut and your back wheel in another one, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to go sideways off the jump. And then also you've got to watch where you land. And the best thing to do is approach the jump, come into it real quick in a high gear, and just before you jump, hit down, so you know you're in the right gear. And then take off, and then you know you're in the right gear when you land. I mean, all the time you're in the air, you're not going anywhere. So try to stay as low as you can. You're not hurting yourself, because you take a lot of strain at yourself when you land. You're not hurting the bike, and you're even gaining ground or seconds while you're not in the air.
In motocross, what happens when you come off?
Well, on the falling off subject, that doesn't apply to me, because I never fall off. Now, I've come off as many times or more times than anybody else. That's part and parcel of the game. On falling off, if it's just a slip in the corner, you look back real quick to see if there's anybody behind to get out the way. Or if you fall off and the bike's stalled, is to pick it up as calmly as you can and not panic. Just think what gear you've been in, pull out the clutch, pull out the kickstart, kick it over, and away you go. But obviously, if you're going to fall off in a big pack, the thing to do is to fall off, but don't try to stop or stand up as soon as you fall off. The best thing is to roll, tuck in and try to roll. That's a hard thing to remember when you're just going about 60 or 70 miles an hour off the end of a jump or something like that. But that's the best thing to do, is roll as much as you can.
If you stick to your Keep Fit plan, you should have enough energy in store for the last part of the race. Try to pace yourself. Don't burn all that energy in the first few minutes. Now's the time. All your preparation should pay off.
Winning is kind of a funny thing. You don't know what it's like until you win. And to win sometimes takes a real long time, so you don't think you're never going to get there. But it's one of those things you got to keep trying at. When you start training at the beginning of the year, you think, boy, here we go again, all through that stuff. But when you win the Grand Prix or the local race or the national or whatever, it makes it all worthwhile. I think when you start racing, the best thing to do is not win. It's you're always trying to win. When you really come up with a big win, it really means a lot more, because you know you put a lot of hard work into it, and it really makes it worthwhile. Because if you go straight in and you start winning, then you think, oh, this is a piece of cake, you know, and you don't train, you don't do nothing.